Hello and welcome back to the Wood Burning 101. So we're going to be talking about changing the tip on your wood burner and different things those tips can do today. So when you have your hot tip that is sitting in the wood burner and it is hot to the touch, you don't want to remove that tip because you're going to end up bending the metal, and I have ruined many tips that way. Now, they're not expensive to buy, but it is an inconvenience to have to go to the store and get a new tip before you can complete your project. So make sure that your wood burner is cooled down all the way to the touch. Usually takes about 2 minutes. And then go ahead and get your pliers and just twist that out, and you can take it out all the way from there. Then once you've twisted that tip out, you can just take a different tip, use your fingers, get it in there snug, and then finish it off with the pliers. Give it a good twist so that it's not wobbly when you're trying to wood burn. So here are some different tips that your wood burner kit will probably come with, and if they don't come with them, you can pretty easily buy these online or at the store. So here's the first tip we'll talk about. This is the leaf tip or the shader tip. And what this one does here, you can either make some nice little leaf patterns just like that, just by pressing it down like a stamp, or you can use the very tip of it here, this small part there, and you can use this to create these very thin and detailed lines. Now this does take a while because it is such a small point. You can make little dots with it like that, and there are some better ways to make lines, which we'll go over with soon. But the best thing this tip is for shading. The longer you hold it, obviously, the darker it gets, and you can make some cool shapes with this shader tip. So next we have the pencil tip, which is shaped, you guessed it, like a pencil. And let's focus on it right here. So you can see that tip is probably one of the easier ones to use because it's just like a pencil. You can make dots with it. You can make very detailed lines with it, a little bit thicker than you will here. And you can do, basically lines and dots with this tip. I don't use it very often, but you might find it useful. Then we have the blunt rounder tip right here. And this tip will basically give you some thicker dots. So thicker dots than you would have with the pencil tip. It also will give you thicker lines, and you can make shapes with it that don't have clean edges, and you can do some shading with it as well because it comes out kind of uneven. If you need to make a lot of dots, this is the tool for you. Again, here we go, we have a calligraphy tip. So this calligraphy tip will make all kinds of different lines. You can hold it down longer to make thicker, darker lines. You can go a little faster with it to make those lighter lines. And then if you are a calligraphy artist and you hold it at the correct angles, which I am not familiar with, you can do basically the type of calligraphy art that you could do with a pen. Okay, and now we've got the stamping tools, which will also come usually in one of your kits. I don't use these very often, but they're great for borders or for filling in large sections of your wood with fun designs just like that. And then we come to the tool that I use all the time, use the most often, and that is my chisel tip. So this is the one that you'll find in my wood burner on any given day. And what this one does is just about anything that the other ones can do. So how I typically use this here is hold it just like a pencil right here on the rubber grip so that you don't burn your fingers, and just hold it down, and you can start by making a straight line. Big tip for you here, start from the bottom and go up. It's much easier than starting from the top and going down. But we're about to talk about how to use a wood burner, so check out my other video on how to use a wood burner, and make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below.